I'm never pretending to have all of the answers, but I'll be crystal clear about what I believe in and want to work with the experts and the people who do know what the answers are, and let's just try and make something of it. We are an outlier in the OECD as the only country in the OECD that doesn't have a form of wealth tax, inheritance tax, or even a capital gains tax. It's going to require, probably, if we're going to do wealth taxation properly, global coordination. It might be really hard to do, but it is the right thing to do, and it's the only thing that it is a necessary thing for us to do if we are to arrest this growing wealth inequality. And this is another thing that I think it's really important for people to understand, is that poverty doesn't come from nowhere. There are a lot of very wealthy people who will do absolutely everything that they can to fan the flames of fear and to point division and distraction, and to create division and distraction amongst regular people. Definitely the two more radical right-wing parties are currently falling over themselves to take credit for a New Zealand values test that they want to impose on migrants as well. But all of that aside, these very wealthy people own largely, but also influence hugely our media landscape. Why the hell would you let the people who are currently fleecing you and laughing their way to the bank tell you what is possible in politics as cooked? Billionaires are coming, and Peter Thiel has citizenship in my country and is building a bunker as maddening. What I am learning is that nobody has solved this problem. There is no clear answers, which leads me to the conclusion that we have to get our bloody hands dirty. Politics is not as complicated as it's made out, in the same way that economics is not as complicated as it's made out. I've been in politics now for the better part of 10 years. Politics, very simply, is just about power, it's about resources, and it's about who gets to make decisions that saturate and shape our daily lives, right? That is politics. One of the first things that I wanted to do when I became co-leader of the Greens in Aotearoa was to go and talk to the coal miners. So I don't have beef with coal miners. In fact, I want them to live good lives, but we obviously need to decarbonise our economy if we're going to have a future and a livable planet. At the end of the day, all these guys wanted was a decent income to be able to stay in their community and feel a sense of pride in what they do. Of course, we care about the environment. We care about saving the bats and our native species and all of those other things. But we also care about all life on Earth, And it's really bloody hard to get people to care about the end of the planet or the end of life on Earth as we know it if they can't put food on the table for the end of the week. We need to have some fucking fun. Our mental health will be so much better for it. We need to have some fucking fun. Our mental health will be so much better for it. We need to have some fucking fun. Our mental health will be so much better for it.